Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I am back at you again with another DIY project. And we are going to be making this project right here. We're going to be making the centerpiece. But before I get into anything else, let's just go ahead and look at the inspiration picture. So as you can see, it is not an exact dupe of that centerpiece, but it is an inspiration. It is a look for less. So we're going to be making this for around $20. Instead of spending $75 to $100 per centerpiece, we're going to be doing this again for around $20, okay? And what I'm trying to do is capture the trend in centerpieces, all of the curves and the lines and the metallic metals, the silvers, the golds, that type of thing. So a lot of curving going on, geometric styles, just some really beautiful centerpieces coming out right now. So I'm going to try to find ways to duplicate some of those centerpieces. Some of them are a little complicated and they probably can't be exactly duped, but I'm going to try to get as close as I can. So I'm not going to ramble anymore. I'm not going to be too chatty. We're going to go ahead and get right into the tutorial. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to be working with this, I believe this is 5 feet. So this is our Flexi Shark Bite PVC, and I love working with this. I've done 2 projects with this already, and it's super flexible. And we're going to cut this in half. So this is 5 feet. We're going to cut it in half. Actually, if you just loop it and then hold it still, I'm not going to cut this piece because I've already pre-cut my pieces, but if you loop it and hold it still, you can find the center, and then all you have to do is use your PVC cutter. And I feel like when you hold it, you can pretty much find the center of it, and just take your PVC cutter and cut it in half. And this cuts very nicely. I mean, it's so easy to cut this because it's a small size and it's very flexible. So it's much easier to cut than the harder PVC. So all you would need to do is just cut it in half. And then once you cut it in half, you're going to have 2 separate pieces. They should be about 31 inches each. So you'll have 2 pieces out of that 1 piece of PVC pipe. Alright, so this is what you will end up with. And then you want to use a second piece, and you want to cut down another part that's like 25 inches. So by the time we're done, we have taken those 2 5-inch flexible PVC pipes. We'll have 2 31-inch pieces and then 1 25-inch piece. Okay, so we'll end up with 3 pieces just like this. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start to assemble our centerpiece. Okay guys, so now we're going to move on to our next step. So I am going to be using this this piece of wood, and this is finished wood, and it has a white it's just like white finished wood. Okay, you can pick this up at Lowe's. I typically get this from a dumpster close to my house where the company makes cabinets, and they throw away a lot of wood like this, and I just go and pick it up so I can use it for projects. This particular piece is 25 3/4 inches. Okay, you don't have to make it that long. 25 would probably be good, but this was a pre-cut piece that I got out of the trash, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut a piece of floral foam. You can purchase this floral foam from Walmart, okay? And this is the 2-inch by 11.9 inches, okay? So this is a nice big piece of floral foam, and like I said, you could purchase this at a craft store or at Walmart. So we're going to cut this down. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have our styrofoam already cut to size to our board. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue gun and this around here. I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to go ahead and start hot gluing the styrofoam onto the wooden board. I just had to wait for my glue gun to get hot. Okay guys, so we got our styrofoam glued onto our wooden base, and now what we're going to do is we're going to create the holes to stick our PVC into the styrofoam. So what I did is I took a ruler, oops, I took a tape measure and I came in 5 inches, okay, and then 1 inch off of the side, okay. So I went ahead and marked it on this side, and I'm going to go ahead and make my hole. When you're making your hole, you want to kind of go in a slanted direction. Okay, so when you make your hole, you want to take your PVC and you want to kind of slant it while you're making the hole. Okay, you want it to be slanted. And I'm going to try to get down a little bit further in here. I'm going to stick my other PVC pipe in here. And I want to go down a little bit. So let's take a look up here. This is what we should have, okay? And before we put our PVC pipe in there, you want to take it and just start bending it so that you can get a nice round curve. Okay, so we have pretty much just kind of just placed our PVC in here. We have not attached it to our styrofoam with any hot glue yet, because what I want to do is I want to use these zip ties, and I just want to kind of go into the center and just go ahead and apply a zip tie to it just to keep it stable. Okay guys, so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and stabilize this. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to pull one section out, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting some glue in here, some hot glue, and then I'm going to stick my PVC pipe in there. I'm going to put some hot glue on the top. I'm going to take some extra styrofoam and I'm going to break up pieces and kind of sort of stick them right in sections where I feel like there is a gap. Okay guys, so this is what it should look like around your PVC pipe. You are stuffing extra styrofoam around the hole to make sure that it doesn't move. Okay, so same thing with this. You're getting extra styrofoam in there to make sure that it doesn't move. Guys, alright guys, so this is what we should have. This is what it should be looking like right now. And we're going to add a little hot glue right here, but we want to get that top piece on first. So now we're going to go to the final part, which is to put the 25-inch PVC pipe. Me pull back a little bit. So now what we want to do is we want to take our 25-inch PVC pipe and we want to attach it to the top. So we're going to bend it a little bit, and I think I've over bent this, but we're going to bend it a little bit. Then we are going to use one of these 3-prong connectors, okay? And I'll have the size for you, and of course this will be in the description box below for all of the supplies. But this is what it looks like. It has 3 prongs to it, and we are going to attach it by putting one of the prongs right in here like that, and then it's going to leave 2 prongs out, of course. Okay, so this is how we have it. We have it with the prong in here. This is the 3 prongs. We're going to put it into one of the prongs. You see which way it's facing. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and connect this to the top of our centerpiece. Okay guys, so this is what the project should look like. You should have that 25-inch piece up here, and we applied hot glue inside of the prongs, okay, the connectors, so that the PVC would hold. And I also applied hot glue right here in the middle, okay, because we said we were going to do that. And then I went ahead and I cut off the zip tie, okay, because it was just to hold it in place. But now that I put the hot glue is holding everything in place. So this is our basic shape for our centerpiece. Is we are going to use a pool noodle. It doesn't have to be white, but I got this from pool noodle from the Dollar Tree. And what you want to do is cut this to size. So of course I cut this down to 25 inches because that's the size of the top PVC. And then you want to take your knife and just go ahead and make a slit inside of your pool noodle with your knife, and then go ahead and attach it to the top. And I could stand to cut that down a little bit more, so I'm going to cut this down some more. I'm going to use some cable ties. These are 11 inches, and I'm going to use these to secure the pool noodle down to our PVC. Okay guys, so this is what we have. We have our PVC on the top, and we have our styrofoam on the bottom. So this is looking pretty good. So now we could go ahead and add our flowers. So I have a bag of hydrangeas, and I got this from the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to be using these. And I'm also going to be using a bunch of these roses that I got from various places, okay, these pink roses. So this is what I'm going to be using. Okay guys, so I got ahead of myself and I started putting my flowers in, and I did not paint the centerpiece. Oh my God, that was a total senior moment, okay? So I had to go outside real quick, take the flowers out of the bottom and just go ahead and spray paint it, and I just covered the top flowers with a piece of plastic. So I spray painted it metallic gold with Rustoleum 2X metallic gold, and yeah, it is looking amazing guys. So now I think the last part of this is I'm going to go ahead and start putting these flowers in there, okay? I'm just going to put a few. I may only put 2 or 3 up at the top, but what I want to tell you guys is I pretty much just used the wood that I had as a base, but you want to use something like this, okay? This kind of like outdoor type wood. You want to use something that has a lot of weight. You want to use something super heavy, because you want to make sure that you have a lot of weight on the bottom, okay? Because that's going to help it to not tip over. So you need weight. So you want to get something like this, okay? But just to get the tutorial going, I just used what I had. But if I was making this for a client, I would definitely use something that is a lot heavier, okay? And if you wanted to, you could add weights inside of the styrofoam. So another thing that I want to talk about is the type of flowers that you're going to use for this. Now, you do not want to use this type of hydrangea. As you can see, the stem is really thick, it's full, it's a hydrangea bush. You do not want to use this. You can find this at Michael's and all the craft stores. You can use it on the bottom because the bottom is a lot more stable, okay? So you could use these on the bottom if you want to, but you definitely want to use this type of hydrangea. This is from the Dollar Tree. You want something very lightweight to put on the top. You do not want to put a bunch of heavy flowers on the top, because then it would tend to lean over. You want to use the Dollar Tree type hydrangeas, okay? Get the hydrangeas from the Dollar Tree. These are nice and light. They're smaller bundles and they're easy to put in, and they're very lightweight, and it's perfect for a centerpiece like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put in just 1 or 2 of these little pink roses in there, and I think we will be about done. Alright guys, so this is the completed project. I think this came out absolutely gorgeous. I know you are going to like the final results once you get this project completed. It wasn't hard at all. I feel like it was pretty simple. Some tips I can share with you is to make sure that when you get that wooden base that you're going to apply your styrofoam to, that it is super heavy. Make sure you get something super heavy. You can also add weights inside of the styrofoam because that's hard styrofoam. So it'll be easy to add weights inside. So you could do that as well. You just want to make sure that the bottom part is nice and heavy. That way nothing tips over. As far as the flowers are concerned, don't use the really big hydrangeas from the craft store. Use the Dollar Tree hydrangeas. They're very lightweight, easy to use. I bought a ton of these hydrangeas about 2 years ago from the Dollar Tree. I went to every single store and I bought them up. Those hydrangeas are super easy to use with a centerpiece like this, and I definitely recommend using the Dollar Tree hydrangeas versus the craft store, because you want to use light flowers with this. You really don't want to weigh it down, especially the top part. So I think that's it. That's about all the tips that I can think of to stress so that you have a successful project. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and as always, I will see you in the next DIY video. Make sure to thumbs up the video. Please thumbs up the video, guys. Make sure to share the video, and of course, check me out on my social media platforms. That's it, and yeah, so I'll see you in the next DIY video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.